Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little. Oh, seems like the handle doesn't want to go down, my delicious little babies. Keep a handle on it. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'll repeat again. Rewind and start again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. My juice little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my little beautifuls? Now then, so yeah, my washer's on the spin. Okay, my delicious little babies. So the time is now just after 1 p.m. In our old England, my delicious little babies. Okay, outside is rather chilly. There's no sunshine, very grey skies, and looking rather miserable. Okay, my delicious little babies. So the weather may differ in other parts of our old England, and I hope that wherever you are, whether it's England or around the world, or I'm going to get out of this habit saying around the world, okay? Wherever you are in the world, I hope that it's super duper wonderful weather and delicious, and that you're loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, my little beautifuls. Now then. So something was crossing my noddle, because I've been hearing a lot about all of this Greenland business, my delicious little babies, okay? And all of this, and I haven't said it to you before, my delicious little babies, okay? But when I was little, okay, I must have only been, I was trying to spare a thought in my noddle today, how old I was. I must have only been about 8-year-old. And I said to my dad, I said, Daddy, I said, he's, and it sort of brought it all the way from here to there, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? And I said, Daddy, I said, is Greenland green? That sort of said, my delicious little babies, okay? It probably sounds really bad to you what I said, okay? But when I look back, yes, and my dad's answer, being a broad Yorkshireman, he turned around and he said, don't talk daft car, as in, do not ask daft questions. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? But at the time, I remember, because I couldn't understand why I never thought that Greenland was green. It's just really, really strange, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Because, my dad used to talk a lot about, and when he was in the army and, and things like this now then. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but I was more where I wanted to know things. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, pretty much. I mean, it can probably sound like a very strange question, but really, if we look at it, you could look at green in two ways, couldn't you, my delicious little babies? Because we've got all of our beautiful nature, which is green, okay, my delicious little babies. But then, if you look at it, we have nature as in mankind nature. We have our beautiful little babies who we call our sons and daughters, So, really, how green, there we are, is somewhere. Do you see what I'm saying? You're probably not getting me, my delicious little babies, but for myself, that would be the only reasons why I feel that I would have asked a question like that, my delicious little babies, okay? So, yeah, it just brought it back to me for some reason, my delicious little babies. I've got to get out of it by saying some strange reason. You see, there's words and phrases that right now I'm trying my best to get myself out of, because I'm still in this, this deprogramming stage, okay, which has been going on now for, a number of years, my delicious little babies, okay, and I must remember to do it, and I've got to stop saying around the world, because I do not believe that the world is round. That's just my belief, my delicious little babies, okay? Anybody else can spare a thought for, for whatever they feel, but for myself, I do not believe it's round now, okay? and I've got nothing across my shoulders. So again, that is telling me that it is not round. But for others, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, their own view. Okay, so a woman with a view, there we are. You know what I'm going to say. I shall have my effing view. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But I just thought I'd share that with you now then. So let's go to the first one, shall we? Okay, so we have got, right, today we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. My delicious little babies, number 6. Okay, my delicious little babies. First of all, right, because all of the rest are on BitChute. So 5 are on BitChute, but 1 is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, and this is one I'm going to mention now. So in the old space bar, my delicious little babies, okay, if you could please and thank you type in old YouTube. Should anybody happen to have any form of an interest, maybe some will, whether this is to do with anybody in England or whether it is to do with anybody abroad. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, because it can, relate to both. Okay, my delicious little babies. So if you could please and thank you type in Terry, Terry, space, Gorry, Gorry, okay, and then space, solicitor. Okay, my delicious little babies. So it's Terry, Gorry, solicitor, spaces in between, okay? And that is on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Now, he happens to have, I forgot to write it down, is it 41,000 something? 41. Anyway, I'll have another look when I come off the video to you all, my little beautifuls, okay? It's 41 point something. Oh, is it 41.6 thousand he's got? I'll have to write it in my book when I come off the video to you all, my delicious little babies. The video should read, it's not long. I think it's just over 7 minutes long, my delicious little babies. Now, what happened was, a video came up on my feed. What was it to do with now? Oh, I forgot now. Oh, the NHS. Oh, yeah. Okay, my delicious little babies anyway. So that came up. But what happened was, so I clicked off that, but I stayed on the, you know what I mean? See, and this is how this, your man here came up. Okay? And with anybody not in that way, not in that way. The video should read, why did the estate agents ignore my cash buyer client? Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Why did the estate agents ignore my cash buyer client? Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, like I said, it's just over 7 minutes long. Okay, this is an Irish solicitor, and for whoever celebrates in the world, my little lovelies, if you happen to celebrate St. Patrick's, happy St. Patrick's Day to you all, my little beautifuls, okay? I personally do not celebrate it. I've probably been out once or twice with dear friends, in my decade, but I do not really celebrate it, okay? But, if anybody else celebrates it, that's absolutely beautiful, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, because, they just like to go out and, have a drinky poos and, an eaty poos. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But generally speaking, by the end of the night, I'm not talking about everybody because some are teetotal, but generally speaking, by the end of the night, if ones can last that long, they're usually flat on their back. Do you know what I mean? They kind of have too many jars. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. But, it's all good fun. And usually there's no arguments or, any anger problems. Everybody's just, celebrating together, okay? But I do not feel, actually, because usually it takes place in Digbeth, in our old Brummie land. So I'm not too sure if it's, because I do know, was it the past couple of years or something like that they cancelled it or something anyway. But if anybody is celebrating, blessing all our lovely Irish, and for those who are not Irish, they may have Irish connections with families, please have a super duper beautiful and delicious and wonderful time to each and every one of you, wherever you are in the world, okay? Now then, yeah, so let's get back to this now then. So it's very important to read some of the comments here, my delicious little babies. Like I say, you see, I cannot read all of them, okay? I just read some, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, what your man here, the solicitor, what he seems to be having an issue with understanding at the moment, my delicious little babies, Kate, is and he really welcomed any other solicitors, okay, no, or sorry, estate agents, okay, my delicious little babies, estate agents, it was, you know, you know what I mean, or anybody else who's sort of had an experience. Well, basically, what's happened is there's he's an American man, my delicious little babies, and he put in an offer. Okay, he wanted to buy. I'm not too sure how many properties, but he wanted to buy so many properties. My delicious little babies, anyway. So he had all the ching, ching, ching there. There was no issue. Even this solicitor here, he checked it all and everything like that. Now everything was, above board. Sorry, in Kershaw. And anyway, but each time he put an offer in, anyway, your American man there who wanted to buy the properties, I feel that what was it the solicitor said? Terry said he was getting a bit paranoid. My delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, okay. Because every time he put an offer in, he'd either not hear from the estate agents, it just wouldn't get even a courtesy call back. So he must have been, I feel, maybe taking it rather personally. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But basically, he was offering, the proper going price, more than fair. And that doesn't mean no. And basically, no. Then eventually, once he did finally hear back off, this is the one who wanted to buy the properties. By the time he did hear back, was it a couple of weeks or something like that? Now then, they said that they'd sold the property to somebody else for a lesser. There we are, a lesser figure. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay. Now then, this is not the first time. Now I know somebody else right now. I need to speak to them actually, but they were going through a similar thing now, and what it is, who wanted to buy their flat? Okay, this one has a ka-ching, ching, ching to buy it outright. Okay, so all the funds, there we are. All the funds are there. So this should just be straightforward. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But from what I know of, there still seems to be comings and goings, so maybe that hasn't gone through. But the fact is, there's no reason for it not to go through. It's like if I go back decades ago, when I was buying a flat, okay, how long did it take in total? 14 weeks. My delicious little baby. So it's 14 weeks. Now, I never had a chain. And what it was a case where the ones who moved out the flat that I was buying, they had somewhere else to go. Do you see what I mean? But for myself, there was no problem. Do you understand what I mean? There was no problem. Deposit had been there, we all put down everything. Okay, so I had to have it on a mortgage, but that's not the point. I mean, those were the days where those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. You know what I mean? But on a serious note, that's just a song, my delicious little babies. But I mean, it should have just been there we are, straightforward. But no, it wasn't. It took 14 weeks. My delicious little babies can't. And that was including, a number of on the old dog and burn to the solicitors, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Because as we very well know, anybody knows this with solicitors, every letter that you flipping receive, it's ka-ching, ching, ching, everything's flipping added on. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Everybody knows that with solicitors, you know what I mean? That's what they're called solicitors for. It's all in the name, solicitors. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, so that's not being nasty towards solicitors. Do you know what I mean? I'm just done saying it the way, there we are, the way it is, my delicious little babies. But this is not the first time you hear things now. I've heard plenty of things over the years, my delicious little babies, in my decades. And I've known, there we are, it happened to others. where, where you would have thought. So when I heard this, I wasn't surprised at all. Do you know what I mean? But, and then in one of the comments, what was it? Somebody had put, it's not just because somebody is American. And then there was another comment. I'm just trying to, just to remember, where they said that sometimes ones want to sell, if they're selling a property, they want to sell the property to locals. Do you know what I mean? Somebody who's local. Now then, we can talk about this about different countries, my delicious babies, about Greece, Spain, for examples, giving out examples, okay? They've been in a situation themselves, bless them, where, it meant that the ones who, like Cypriots or Spanish, even they cannot buy a property, or they cannot afford, for some, to buy a property in their own country. And when I was listening to this, it sort of reminded me very much so of like Greece, Spain, as examples. There we are, do you see what I mean, okay? So if you look at it, I mean, it's interesting to look at some of the comments, my delicious little babies, but the point is that, sometimes one's, no disrespect to anybody, because I do not mean it that way, but, sometimes, ones just want to buy a property in their own country. Do you know what I mean? But if you cannot even afford to do that because they put the price up too high, but as we very well know, so there's no surprise here whatsoever. No surprise here whatsoever, okay? That at the end of the day, backhanders, there we are, do go on. Okay, this is nothing new. Do you know what I mean? And I've heard this kind of thing now on and off for flipping decades now. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, it's one of those, I'm afraid, my delicious little babies, okay? But I do not feel that it was personally, towards one. No, I do not. There could be a number of reasons why that's happened. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Nevertheless, I just thought I'd mention it to you all, my delicious little babies. But there seems to be rather a lot of comments anyway, my delicious little babies. Okay. But yeah, this is not the first I've heard about this. Not the first I've heard about it at all, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And like, that's that really. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously frustrating for whoever wanted to buy the property because they've got plenty of ka-ching, ching, ching to cover it, and more so. So it is rather frustrating. Okay, it'd be interesting to know who they sold the property to in the end. You know what I mean? It would be very interesting. And something else that came into my noddle as well, because I thought about this over the decades. Like in our old England, you got like what's called is it grade 2 listed and all them. These older buildings and everything, right? Okay, which of course, like ones like the council and everything, there we are. They like to swallow the older buildings up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? Whilst in the meantime, over the decades, getting bricklayers, bless them. See, I'm stumbling here. There's a reason why. Getting bricklayers, bless them, to make smaller, poxy little buildings that they call little houses, my delicious little babies. I personally feel there we are that they're made for the little shoe people myself. Okay, people sheep, but my delicious little babies, okay? Yes, but little shoe people, okay? You have a poxy tiny little garden, and honestly, you should see the new builds. Do you know what I mean? They're really small, there we are, and poxy. If you look at the older ones, they've usually got a back room, they've got a front room. I mean, ones used to call it front room. I like to call it a lounge. They used to have berth, and you've got good sized bedrooms. Even the box room was a decent sized room. Do you see what I mean? And that was classed as a little box room. Do you see what I mean? In the older fashioned houses, but not now. If you look at a lot of they're just piggly things, and they all look like effing squares. It's rather, there we are, depressing to look at, my delicious little babies, personally. That's just my personal view. And then what they then do is they take the complete, stumbling again, my delicious little babies, then they take the complete P and charge, there we are, over the odds for that poxy little house. That's what they do, my delicious little babies. There we are, they've been doing this a long time now. long time, okay? But yes, if anybody's interested, it's interesting to take just a little listen out your day and out, my delicious little babies can. But this is not the first I've heard, so I'm not sure why this solicitor has not heard. Maybe what he's getting across here is to highlight that estate agents are meant to get, there we are, the best price for their, for their clients. Do you see to me? Which, of course, that would be common sense, wouldn't it? But if it's going down lower, well, you have to ask yourself a question, which, I totally agree with. All I'm doing is just mentioning it, my delicious little babies. That's all, okay? So the next one, my delicious little babies, okay? This is only just over 3 minutes long, my delicious little babies. The search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, okay? Capital T, the space, capital C, crypto, space, capital R, ROM, REALM. Okay, so it should read the crypto ROM, spaces in between, then space bar. But you today should have reached your destination. This uploader, bless her, happens to have 23 subscribers, my delicious little babies. The video should read free energy inventors keep dying. Coincidence or cover up? Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, due to question marks there, my delicious little babies. I'm just going to repeat this again for you. Free energy inventors keep dying. Coincidence or cover up? So what your man there does is he just shows little videos of different inventors who wanted to do free energy. For one of the inventors, they managed to run free energy in their home. Was it 2 stories high or something like that? That doesn't mean no. For 14 months. And then was it he? Bless? I think it could be he who disappeared. Baby. So basically, they've either been, sorry to have to say this, they've either been murdered or they've been, disappeared in somewhere. My delicious little babies. Okay, well, we've heard about this over the decades, my delicious little babies. Okay, so very sadly, this is not new either, my delicious little babies. Because anybody who wants to help mankind, or you know what I mean, or get the word out, well, as we very well know, it doesn't always go very well. Okay, my delicious little babies, but well worth a little watch of that one as well. Okay, so just going to tick these ones off. Now, the next one, my delicious little babies. Okay, now, oh no, sorry, do forgive me. I've got another one for YouTube. Sorry, do forgive me. Okay. Yes, that's 2 for YouTube. Right, now then, so I was listening to videos this morning, okay, and then a song came back to myself, okay, after all these years, okay. Now, this song is actually, only according to what I'd seen, mind you, it was on Wikipedia, 2000, in the year 2000, but no, it's not that one. So this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, and I've put there in brackets, because it is on Wikipedia, in brackets, roughly 24th of July 2000. That was when this song was it when it was released or something? Okay, and in the space bar in YouTube, my delicious little babies, if you could please and thank you type in capital C, Craig, space, and then capital D, David. Okay, so it's Craig David. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And this uploader, Craig David, happens to have 1.05 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? The video should read 7 days. Okay, my delicious little babies, it's really important. This is really super duper important. Please, it's the video. I mean, the words are the words. And I remember it from all those years ago. Honestly, it was flipping heaving. You know, they were playing it in all the clubs, in all of the pubs. You know what I mean? Everybody was playing it, you know, if they're in the cars, the brum brums wheels, you know what I mean? You'd be hearing it on a train, you know, anywhere, do you know what I mean? I met this girl on Monday. I took her for a drink on a Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. In its day, you know what I mean? It was a banging tune to listen to. Okay. But it's important to watch the video here, my delicious little babies. Okay. But there's something else I want to say on that Craig David. Okay. There's well, it should be anyway, unless that was another one that came up anyway. But that one never had the video there. But it may pay you to watch the video, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And it's called by Craig David again, and it's called Rewind. Making moves, yeah, on the dance floor, you know. Do it like that with Craig David all over your woo. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And who was that with? Artful Dodger. Artful Dodger. My delicious little babies, I do believe, was that on the same album, 2000. Okay, my delicious little babies, please do not quote me, my delicious little babies, okay? But very important to listen to the words. There we are, very, very, very carefully, okay? We're hearing a lot about Dodge, aren't we, my delicious little babies? Lots about Dodge, there we are indeed. Mind you, there's been a lot over the years to do with art, hasn't there? My delicious little babies, art. Interesting. Now then, my delicious little babies, so I just thought I'd mention that, okay? Now the next one, okay, because we've got 2 left now to go, okay? 2 to go. Right, now then. So this one here, I do mention her sometimes, bless, you know, but of course with anyone not in that way, okay? Search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. Kim, capital K, Kim space Osbol, Osbol. Okay, my delicious little babies, hyphen, capital C, Copenhagen, space, capital D, Denmark. Okay, my delicious little babies, then space bar, bitch you. So then you should have reached your destination, okay? So, right. I'll just repeat her name again, okay? Kim Osbol, Copenhagen, Denmark. Okay, my delicious babies. So like I said, I do mention her sometimes, bless her, okay? She does bang out some really good videos, okay, my delicious little babies. There's another one actually to do with aliens and where it's all to do with like body snatching. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Well, I'm into all of this because there we are. I happen to believe in all of this, okay? But it's not the body snatching. It was a banging video I heard the other day. I'm pretty sure it's on Kim's, that I've just advertised on Kim's channel on BitChute, my delicious little babies, okay? It's not the body snatchers that you're imagining. So I got exactly where, you know, because she'd uploaded the video from somewhere else, I got exactly where that uploader, there we are, was coming from. There we are, I really, really did, you know. Okay, my delicious slick babies, okay? I feel that more should listen. But even with that uploader that Kim had uploaded onto her channel to do with the, you know, the aliens, you know, and everything, they've been shadow banned and banged off everywhere, my delicious slick babies. So, ding, ding, dong, dong, hello, common sense question. Well, why would this be happening? So if there's no element of truth, then why would that be happening? Why? Tell me why. Annie Lennox, wasn't it, my delicious little babies? Now then, sorry, I've just got my singing voice on today, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so Kim is now up to, bless her, 15.4 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? Kim Osbol, repeat again, Copenhagen, Denmark, then space bar, BitChute, and you should have reached your destination. The video should read, Call. Shill world order. How MAGA conservatives fell right into the globalist trap. Okay, my delicious little baby, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Call. Shill world order. How MAGA conservatives fell right into the globalists' trap. Yes, my delicious little babies. Okay, so your man here, again, you've got another really good uploader here. Another really good upload about delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And I wish I knew what the channel was. I don't know what the channel is, but anyway, it doesn't matter because dear Kim, she uploads the the videos on her channel. Bless her, okay. But yes, and he talks about the likes of Russell Brand. Well, I cannot stand that man anyway. Anybody who acts like gonna tick you off, Kim. Thank you to you all. Acts like some kind of guru. I've never liked gurus. My delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Cannot be trusted. No guru. No. Okay, my delicious little babies. I remember as well. Was it not long after Russell Brand had had his little babies? Well, not him physically, because a man cannot have a baby, my delicious little babies, despite what they say in the world, my delicious little babies can. When he's with his wife, when she gave birth to me. Anyway, he said, oh, no, I don't do anything like that. So he didn't do any fatherly duties like, change nappies or anything. No, that's the mother's job. That's the mother's job. Me personally, with my delicious little babies, I just find that rather sexist myself. Do you know what I mean? Okay? Because if you're a mummy and a daddy, you should share together. I've always known it that way anyway. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't just be... and that's another thing that I'm really, really pleased to see. And I've done saying this for years now. I've been so super duper pleased to see. And I've said it. I've actually said it to dear little couples over the years now. And I said, oh, how lovely, because you'll see the mummy and the daddy. You'll see the daddy pushing the pram, and holding his wife's hand or his girlfriend's hand. They've got little bambina, the little baby in the pushchair. And it's lovely to see. I mean, because, my dad was a single dad, from when I was very young, I was 9 years old. So, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, but my dad was, there we are, hands-on dad. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so cooking, cleaning, ironing, washing. My mama bear, how I love her so. She was... always cleaning, and doing everything. It was my dad who used to do the cooking, in all fairness, okay? Because, he said, I'll do the cooking. Do you see what I mean, okay? Right, say no more, okay? My delicious little face, okay? So that's not being disrespectful, sorry, to my beautiful little mama bear. I would never, ever do that at all, okay? But it is amusing though. She'd laugh herself if she was here now. She would laugh, okay? But she's in spirit. She's been there, blessed, since 2001. My delicious little babies. But how I love her so. Do you know what I mean? But my dad used to do that, yes. But my dad was a dad. He was a daddy. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. But if we go back all of those decades ago, you never really used to see many men. Fathers, you never used to see them push the push chairs or do anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It was usually always the woman. That's how I always known it to be. My delicious little babies, you know what I mean? I'm over 50 now, do you say? So, so getting back to him now, then no. I feel that if I was his little daughters, bless, when they're older, to hear him say that publicly, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a woman's job to do. Do you know what I mean? Damn rink, man. Do you know what I mean? My delicious babies. But we are talking about Russell Brand. You know what I mean? He goes from one thing to the flipping next. He's a guru, this, and then he's a flipping, I don't know, spiritualist, that, and then he's a flipping, I don't know, converts to something else now. Then you can never flipping keep up. He changes his flipping religions and his way of thoughts. he spends his time doing that so many times quicker than a woman can change your flipping drawers, man. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? But that's what you're dealing with. But anyway, but your man here now, and I don't feel bad at all. I don't like the man. Mind you, he could take a look at my birth trace or hear my videos and he could say, well, I don't like that bitch. Good. Good, damn good. I wouldn't want a man like that there, not in my company, not even to sit and have a coffee with. He's not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? Spent too much time there we are on the dark side. If you follow me, my delicious little baby, it's not a good way to live at all, is it? And then comes back again a born-again Christian, whatever he damn well is, preaching about Jesus Christ and all this flipping crack now. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, that's enough said about him. I have my say and that's it. But I believe that mothers and fathers should share the duties. Do you know what I mean? Like, or even if to give a mama bear a break, you know, well, the husband and the boyfriend should do the washing up as well. You know, or he should, you know, go and take little baby out or get them dressed or whatever, you know, just like Mama Bear does. Do you know what I mean? You know, and it shouldn't just be like up to one mammy or one, you know, daddy to do that. Do you understand what I mean? It takes two. I mean, I do understand that with some families, yes, I do, that they're not together. I do get that, okay? So it's not that I'm ignorant to this or arrogant to it. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that he has his, just to finish on this, that he has his wife there. So if put it this way, if somebody else in her shoes now, then, you know what? I would have just said to him, you're not going out. I would have done this, my delicious little babes. I'm not being nasty now. I'm not being nasty at all. And I was says, you're not going out. You know, we're both mummy and daddy together. I try to avoid the word parents, okay? It's what certain have, you know, that's what I'm saying. Yes, okay, we've got to try to get out of all these different words, okay? But I'd say, no, you can sit here, and if he says, oh, you know, well, I've never done anything like this before, do you know what I mean? Like, well, come on. Mama bears, they do not get given a manual. No, none of us got given a manual when we had our beautiful little bambinas, babies. Do you know what I mean? You have to learn, there we are, as you go along. You cannot just turn around and say, oh, well, I just don't like doing that job, so you can just get on with it. He's rank, man. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's not just him. There we are. There's thousands of men out there exactly the same, mad, delicious little babies, you know what I mean? They just do not want to. They want the nice side, you know, where everyone goes, oh, it's really, really sweet. And then, you know, they stand there, oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But they don't want to be there when you got to get up in the middle of the night and feed little baby and do all this now then. Oh, no, they don't want to be there with that. They don't want to be there if little baby's not feeling well or projecting or, do you know what I mean, or crying. Oh, no. There's thousands upon thousands of men who don't want to be there for that part. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? You know what I mean? That's what he reminds me of, okay? I don't know if he's changed in his years or I don't know. I've no idea. I'm not interested anyway. It's only because, you know, your man here, bless him, was talking about, you know, and different things. That was the only reason why. But no, I do not feel that it's totally up to the woman now. And like I say, if she's found herself on her own for whatever reason, well, that's, you know, an unfortunate and sorry situation to be in, okay? So, like I said, I'm not being rude, arrogant or ignorant to that, okay? But no, not if you've got a mammy and a daddy, no. There's no excuse. If a mama bear can change a nappy, a papa bear can change a nappy, okay? So that's the fact of the matter. If a mama bear can get baby dressed, then papa bear can get baby dressed, okay? They've got a pair of hands and arms. They can damn well flipping use them, okay? My delicious little babies, okay? I'll just say it the way it is. Because me personally, I've got to be honest, I was blessed. I never had that problem at all. And furthermore, my beautiful little baby daughters, their dad, there we are, so proud, you know, to walk out anyway, at any time, he adores our beautiful baby daughters. they have got, and I will say that about him, not in that way, not in that way. I will say that, and I will continue to say that. They've got a father, bless, who adores them, and they adore him. Do you see what I mean? He was so proud. I would never, ever, I swear to dear giddy God, my dear giddy God, I would never ever have to say, swear down to my ex, my beautiful baby daughter's dad. I'd never, ever had to say to him, oh, can you look after, or can you change that? No. He said, come on, I'll look after Carla. And, because there's a few years, between when they were born, I will take care of her. I'll just, you know what I mean? And then, and he'd be walking around, taking her to the shops or the supermarkets, proud as punch. There we are. We birthed them. Proud as punch. Do you know what I mean? Just to be with our beautiful baby daughters. Had no issue carrying them in a car seat, in a pushchair, in a pram. No issue at all. He's a proper, there we are, hands-on father. Do you know what I mean? Okay? And he'd do everything in his power to make sure that nobody touch a hair on their head. And me personally, there we are, I'm the same. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? But when I hear men like him, and I remember him years ago saying it, disgusts me, man. Do you know what I mean? Like his own shat doesn't stink, like he's too good for his fatherly role. Well, at the end of the day, he shouldn't have put the damn fire in the first place, then, isn't it? Or he should have stuck a sleeping bag on it, isn't it? Come out with that shat now. I don't want to hear it. And there are thousands upon thousands of men in the world who are the same. They don't use their sleeping bag. And then they wonder why they get themselves into all this mess now, then, isn't it? And then worse still, there we are, they blame the flipping woman now. They blame the woman. And I've known over the decades, my delicious babes, oh yes I have. Oh yes I have. You know what I mean? They say, oh, I can't use anything. Oh, you've got to use the contraception, all this stuff. You've got to use that. Well, why should it be just up to the woman? That's the question. Simple things, that's what I'm asking. Why should a woman have to feel it all on her shoulders, and then your man there do his, what is he wants to do, a rumble in the jungle, okay? Then walk off now then, there we are, like a tomcat. Do you know what I mean? Gets me flipping mad and vexed, man, do you know what I mean? I'm just pointing things out. It's not right to do. Old-fashioned saying, my delicious little babies, it takes two to tango, it takes one to say no. Do you say? But I do not agree with fathers where they just say, oh, leave the woman to it, leave the wife or the girlfriend to it. No, I've never agreed with that. Because my dear dad, when we were young, let me tell you, there we are, he was a brilliant father. Absolutely brilliant. Couldn't fault him at all. Never. Do you see what I mean? It's only because I left home when I was 15. That was my choice to leave home. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have a disagreement. Do you know what I mean? You do not always get on. We just clash. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. But when I was little, no. He was a banging father. I'll never say any different. Like I say about my beautiful little baby daughters, their dear dad, not in that way, not in that way. I'll repeat once more. There we are, a banging dad. Do you know what I mean? To our beautiful baby daughters. And that can never, ever be taken away from any of them. All three of them. No, never. Do you say? But he wouldn't dream of acting rank like your man there now then. Never in a million years. Never. No. He was proud to be a father. Proud to be a father. And that's how it should be. Anyway, my delicious little babies, right? Now then, so we go to the final one, shall we? I'm sorry for rambling on, my delicious little babies. There we are, but I'll get my point across. There we are, good and proper, so that it's well known. Do you know what I mean? But he certainly wouldn't be my cup of tea as a man. I'm surprised that his woman is with him as long as what she is with. Because it wouldn't be my cup of tea, not at all. Right, final one, my delicious little babies, okay? This is also on BitChute, my delicious little babies, and I'm going to be over and out. Okay, so this uploader happens to have 5,660 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Search engine of your choice. Capital A, these are all the words together now, my delicious little babies, okay? 4 words together. All together now, in no man's land, together. Okay? All, capital A, the, so it's all, the, capital T, capital W, worlds, sorry, it's 5, capital A, and then capital S, stage. So it should read all the world's a stage. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 5. Sorry, words, Mads, and go well, 1 letter and 4 words. Okay, well, they're all flipping letters, aren't they, Mads, and babies? Anyway, then space, bar, pitch it. Then you should have reached your destination, but you must remember that it's all together. It's not separate. There's no spaces. Okay, so, oh yeah, and I want to end with this. This video is about, is it nearly an hour and 10 minutes long, my delicious little babies. This is the final one now. 5 years ago, sorry, stumbling there. 17th of the 3rd, 2020. Just gonna have my apple juice, please, and thank you. What did they say? What's that saying, my delicious little baby? Just as I was having a sip. Let's just have another sip so I can just remember it. What is it? Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Is that it, my delicious little babies? You know, an apple doesn't fall far from the tree. One more sip, please, and thank you. Trump tells everyone to wash their hands and social distance. Tested positive, madness. Shall I just repeat that just once more, just so that everybody's got it? That doesn't mean my delicious little babies. 5 years ago, 17th to the 3rd, 20, because, you know, the Americans do their dates different to us for some odd reason. Trump tells everyone to wash their hands and social distance. Tested positive, madness. Yes, my delicious little babies, and now I'm going to close my book. We must remember to go backwards. Okay, my delicious little babies. So what do I have to say about this? Yeah, you're looking at the start of the video, yeah? And then you see, you know, they're asking a wee young little baby there, little Ben, you know. And she said, you know, she's upset. You know, it's in the born in the USA. You know, the little Ben is upset. She was, bless her. Because she wasn't going to see her little friends. Because she couldn't go to school. My delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? And of course, you know, over in old England now, you had Boris Twat Johnson. And what was it? Wash your hands, wash your hands. You know, every single thing that you did, you had to wash your hands. Well, I remember when I was growing up, I was only little and, you know, like that. And like I've always said on my videos, or you'd either catch me climbing trees or on my sister's BMX or doing something, or on my rollerblades. Do you know what I mean? I was always doing something, do you know what I mean? Running, sports, there we are. Everything when I was little and young, honestly, I really was. You just couldn't keep me still. Do you know what I mean? And I hated, absolutely despised, there we are, being indoors. I really did. When it was time to come in, well, I knew not to argue with my dad. Do you understand what I mean? Because that's a really, really bad idea to do. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, I can. But I used to make every single moment last. You know what I mean? I just loved being outside. Do you know what I mean? Enjoying myself, having fun. We had massive paddling pool, just having a marvellous, beautiful time. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, when I was a wee young lass, yes? So, even for myself, bless, I'm not too sure how I would have coped with that all them decades ago if we had to do that. I'm not too sure myself. I'm pretty sure I would have gone stir crazy. I mean, I would have loved, playing my little record player, and I used to have a bookshelves with lots of books, so I would have read my books and everything. Do you see what I mean? But it would have drove me around a flipping bend. Okay, but getting back to that Boris Twat Johnson and getting back to when I was little, well, come on. Little bairns, everything. They play in the mud. That's what they do. If they go to the seaside, they want to build sand castles. They want to have fun. Do you understand what I mean? They want to splash their little feet in the sea. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, it's just what little bairns do. Okay, it's like us as adults. Do you know what I'm saying? For most of what we use, which is household products, are full of poisons. I mean, my flipping hands now, admittedly, I do wash my hands a lot. I must be honest there. But I always, there we are, have, but especially, I mean, and using garlic again, and this is organic. I mean, my flipping hands, do you know what I mean? It puts like little cracks in my hands, and that's organic garlic. I don't ever remember things being like this decades ago. Do you know what I mean? Okay? But getting back to the whole household products, I'm stumbling again. Not changing my video, you know what I mean? I stumbled a few times in this video. The point is, even as adults, you've got to wash your hands. I'll never forget what was done. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? And anyway, for most of the household products, are flipping poisonous anyway. Poison, pure flipping poison. My delicious little babies, do you know what I mean? If you use some of these bleach, they'd flipping burn your hands. They burn the skin off your hands, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be careful with these things now. And when they were, what was it, in that 2020 as well, with the, what's it called, that flipping, what's it called? That flipping hand sanitizer. Well, that's one of the flipping worst things to your hands. I mean, I used to use it years ago when I used to deliver the parcels, because if I'm putting, knocking a door or something, or do you understand what I mean? The second I got in my, I'd be using that just to rub my hands with. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But, I mean, everything is chemicals, and it's not so good for us, me included, and we go out and we go and flipping buy these things. Admittedly, if you need to get greases, certain things off, you use a lemon or a half lemon, squeeze some lemon with a bit of bicarbonate of soda, and then just use a damp cloth and just wipe where you got to wipe. It can get anything off, grease or anything. It's very good. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, if it's like floors and things out, well, I just feel that Dettol or bleach is the best things for that. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. But what's my point? You had Boris Twat Johnson over here, doing what he was doing, playing his part. You know what I mean? Then going into hospital where they said, oh, he's really poorly. No, he wasn't. There's nothing wrong with the man. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's probably eaten too much and probably drank too much. Do you understand what I mean? There's nothing wrong with him. He's probably just not living properly. Do you know what I mean? For him to go into a place. Then they were pretending that the hospitals were full when there wasn't. I've seen flipping video after video where they were flipping ones had filmed it in all different parts of the country and over in America as well, where the hospitals were empty. Okay? So that's why I've mentioned this video today, my delicious little babies. I am not going to let them forget. There may be others in the world, not everybody. So I'm not talking to yourselves, my little lovelies, okay? No. But there's many others who just forgot all about it. Like it's never happened. But I mean, there's still a man. I was talking to a dear lady, I know actually, today when I was out and about. So I was talking to this dear lady who I know, okay? And I was saying to her about somebody, you know, in another road, you know, he's wearing a muzzle. And that was from 2020. He marches like a flipping Trojan. He must be about, I don't know, 18. I mean, that's serious mental health. There we are, problems. My delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Totally. Do you see? This is what it has caused. And then you got ones now still who are started in the flipping supermarkets everywhere. Not everybody, you know, because most of them just not going to fall for the shark, but you got some, they've got the flipping muzzles back on. It's flipping madness. And that's why all the world's a stage on BitChute, mad delicious babies, okay? They've uploaded clearly this video, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, you know what I mean? We must never forget. Must never, ever forget. Ever. What has been done. Because believe you me, there we are. One way or another, there we are. They'll try and do something again. They already tried months ago, but they knew they couldn't do it. Okay? So this is what I'm saying to you, and I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm not going to keep quiet about it, no. So if my videos just do not get out, well, they just do not get out, did I? And I'll keep repeating, who's meant to see is meant to see, and who's not meant to see is not meant to see. That's just where life goes. But thank you to my beautiful, dear little loyal, listeners who, bless you, how I love you so, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is no. But I'm not here for clicks. Put it this way. If I was here for clicks, I heard another video the other day, actually, and I've got to be honest, that paid me off, and then I'm going to go, my delicious babies. And that paid me off big times. Said, oh, anybody is just there for the clicks. Put it this way. If I wanted to be here, there we are for the clicks, my delicious babies. And I'm pretty sure that you know what I'm going to say here. For a start off, I wouldn't be giving out information like I do. I'd just solely, there we are, just do my readings. Because that's how, there we are, the numbers go boom, 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 and shoot up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, Kai? So if I never did any of these videos, if I solely just did, there we are, readings, okay, then that's where my numbers would just go through the roof. Do you see what I mean? Because I'd probably be banging out a video every day or every couple of days like that now then. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. And then that's how it builds. But because I do what I do, they have their eye on me. You know what I mean? They're beady little eyes. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, guy? And then that's why it doesn't move, but that's fine by me. I was a long time saying it, wasn't I? When I was on, 200 and odd? I said I wanted to come down, not go up. Do you see what I mean? But if I wanted to, my delicious little babies, believe you me, there we are, my numbers could be, there we are, an awful lot higher. So I said awful at the front of it. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? So now, I do it as a hobby. I'm happy to do it. When the mood takes myself, I will bang out a video. If I'm not quite ready in the mood to do a reading, I will not do it because I do not feel that it's right to do it on that day. Do you see what I mean? But if I feel like to do one, then I will. But right now, not meaning it nasty, the readings sort of take a back seat. This is more important, my delicious little babies. There we are to myself. This is far more important. And it always will be. Because of all the damn well damage that's been done, my delicious little babies, and is continuing. That's the worst part. There we are. It is continuing with some. I mean, heaven forbid. Anyway, my delicious little babies, okay? So wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies, okay? And sending peace, love, harmony and bright blessings to each and every one of you. May your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. How I love you all so. Thank you so very much for listening. Thank you for, just for everything and for any views or, for any likes, or if you find the information, there we are, informative, that's the most important thing. And if you do enjoy the videos, you do manage to go and watch them with the information that I give, and you do feel that they can help somebody else, could you please pass them on, okay? Because this is really important. We cannot allow things to be swept under the carpet. No, we cannot. Because let me tell you, they're up to something else now, as we very well know, for those of us out here who do know. Do you see what I mean? We cannot allow the same thing now to happen like it did the first time around 2020. No. Okay, my delicious little babies. So anyway, how I love you so. Thank you so very much for listening once again. And I know that my video's gone on anyway. It's gone on. I've got to go now anyway, orange and white. And just before I go, Amber Light was on a van all night, flashing on this van all night. My delicious little babies. I thought, flip me, I thought maybe, somebody had a notice, but no. This morning, still going, Amber, Amber. So you got red, haven't you? Then you got amber and you got green. Which way does it go? No, it's green at the front, isn't it? Green at the top, isn't it? I forgot now. I flipping forgot now. I should know. Anyway, it's red, amber, green, or green, amber, red. It's one of them. Anyway, I'm delicious postcard. Oh, techno-dirties. Okay, man, just trying to remember now. I'm going to have to... No, because it's green at the top. And then it's red at the top. So it goes on red. Sorry, my delicious babies. No, it goes red at the top when it's red. The little man tells you to walk across the road. Well, you shouldn't really need a little man to... that's in the shape of a man to tell you when to cross the road. And then it'll go to amber, then it gets green. Yes, my delicious little babies, that's how it goes. That's over here. Anyway, my delicious little babies, anyway. So until my next video, sorry, I just had to remember to check myself then. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so much love and blessings. Anyway, it's gone off now anyway. So I'm just wondering, I'm wondering if it would have affected the battery in somewhere with the van, do you know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, so until my next video, so much love. Take care. Many blessings to you. Bright blessings. Thank you. Goodbye.